Hi, I'm Akina.
Hi, I'm Dustin. We're here with the Japan Questions Answered channel. Today we have a pretty interesting question, which is, when is the best time to visit Japan?
An interesting question plus useful question, isn't it?
It's a useful question, yeah.
Yeah, we do actually get questions, the same question a lot, right?
It's a normal question to ask if you're going to visit any country. And I would say for Japan, there's some times that are definitely much better. When is not a good time to visit, boss?
That was a really quick move, but I would say, I usually answer like, oh, don't do summer. Don't do summer.
Yeah.
Because Japanese summer is so hot and so humid. Maybe some of you know that fact, but the temperature could go like up to 35 degrees, which is like 100 Fahrenheit.
And the humidity is what gets you. Like, you might think, oh, I can do it, I can hack it, you know? And you probably can, but the thing is, it gets really freaking hot here.
It's so hot and uncomfortable. It's kind of like you lose your energy to go out
Exactly.
or like do anything.
Yeah, you don't want to go outside.
And you might think, oh, but it's only in the day, right? And then probably the morning and evening, it's nice, huh? But no, it's not the case. It's so hot all the day.
You could still enjoy your trip to Japan, but it would have a massive impact on how much you enjoy the trip just based on how hot it is. Like she said, you don't want to go outside during the day. It's very hot.
Yeah. So, but if you still want to come to Japan in summer, there will be some nice things too, actually. Like, if you want to do something Japanesey, then you might be able to go one of those fireworks events, which you haven't been, I guess.
I mean, the thing is, I have been to them, but it never really worked out for me. We have fireworks in other countries, so I don't view it as a quintessentially Japanese thing.
Maybe, but like
Yeah.
it's really big, so it's quite nice. And we have some nice summer festivals. And if you are into music, then they usually do like rock festivals in like somewhere like close to Mount Fuji, so you might enjoy it. So that's probably something for summer, but we usually don't recommend summer.
Yeah, you might be able to go to the north of Japan, like Hokkaido or something, and then it wouldn't be as hot. So it's okay for some cases, but just in general, we would not recommend the summertime at all.
Yeah, so I often get asked, is it nice to visit in spring? Because sakura or cherry blossom is really famous around the world nowadays, so people want to come to see the flower. But the thing is, the flower ends so quick, it's only like a week or two. So you have to aim it really well, but it's kind of hard to aim it too.
Yeah, the plants bloom at a different time each year. You know, I think, what's the window? Like 3-week window or maybe even a month? How much does it vary?
Probably like you have a month, then that'll be safer.
Yeah.
Like around sometime like end of March to early April. Like last year we had cherry blossom quite early, didn't we? It was like end of March.
Yeah. I don't know how well they know in advance. They do have this map of Japan where they forecast where the cherry blossoms are going to bloom and what time. But I think you don't really know until a few months in advance, so it is a popular time to come to Japan, and maybe a lot of people are going to be visiting then, so you kind of want to like book your hotels. But at the same time, if you book like too late to know when the cherry blossoms are going to bloom, then you might not be able to get some good places to stay. So I think if you were to come at that time, you might want to come for like a longer period of time, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
If you want to come for sakura, then probably want to stay around end of March to early April.
Yeah.
And if you are coming like May or something, then the weather is usually good. Could be tricky, could be really rainy, but if once it gets sunny, it's so nice. It's dry and temperature is perfect and the weather is so like clear.
Yeah.
So you can probably enjoy everything in general if the weather is good.
Yeah. So long story short, if you want to hit that Sakura, you might want to do a longer trip. A short trip, if you come for like 5 days, you might miss it, right?
Yeah,
You never
if
know.
you have only like a week, then I would probably say May is better.
Okay, May is better
Yeah,
than
for
the cherry
weather-wise.
blossom. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's interesting. Now as far as the other seasons, what about autumn?
Autumn is my personal favorite here. The weather is usually so nice. The temperature is so perfect. It's comfortable. It's not hot. It's not cold, and you can go out with like really light clothes, comfortable clothes. And the other thing is you would have really good food as well, like some fruits like grape or pear. They're so good. You have to try it. And we have summer, like I don't know how you call it, summer fish.
Summer fish in
Sama.
autumn. Oh, sama. Okay.
So not summer,
Yeah.
but
sama
it's like
fish,
one
yeah.
of like typical food in Japan.
It's like a seasonal fish.
yeah, seasonal fish.
Wow.
And what else? We have autumn trees. Sadly, this year we had too many typhoons, so the autumn trees are not too great this
Okay.
year. But usually around late October, I guess, or November, we have autumn trees, which are so nice. It's combination red and yellow.
Right. I think there's a fair number of festivals in the autumn as well. They have some harvest festivals
Yeah.
in different parts of Japan. I would say it's just very pleasant. Like this October and November have been very, very pleasant. Really nice weather. Just comfortable. You can go outside. It's not too cold. The weather's been pretty sunny. Like just very pleasant.
It's peaceful.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very peaceful. It's one of the best times.
Yeah, it's kind of easier to feel Japanese at some places because of the kind of nostalgic atmosphere of the season. So I would recommend autumn so much.
Okay. What about winter though?
Well, actually, winter is also good. Like the weather is usually good. Actually, around December, January, February, we tend to have really clear blue sky.
Yes.
And the temperature is not that cold. It doesn't really go sub-zero in Celsius.
Right. I guess it does depend on where you are and stuff, but as you said, in general, like it might be colder in some areas, but the air is very clear in general, the sky. So like Mount Fuji is not easy to see in some places. Like usually in the summer, you might have to be kind of closer to Mount Fuji to see it. But in the winter, it's possible to see Mount Fuji from Tokyo. and
Yes.
Many vantage points, just because the air is so much clearer. So it's a very nice time. I mean, me personally, I'm from like a cold part of America. So for me, the winter in Japan is very mild.
Yeah.
Like it's very pleasant. It never gets that cold, at least in the Tokyo area. So I think it's good.
Yeah, and the food, it's so
Yeah.
good, so good.
Okay. The
Isn't it?
food is very good in the winter, yeah.
Yeah, especially seafood, it's so good. And we have hot pot culture here as well, and that's so good. Like when you come home or come somewhere really cold, not too cold, but some cold outside to a restaurant, you're taking off your clothes and you stick into hot pot, which
Yeah.
makes you so warm and it's like, this is so good.
Okay. So in general, the months not to come, you would say would be July and August.
July and August, and especially around second week of August, you probably want to try to avoid it as much as you can because there's a big holiday in Japan, so everyone is on holiday, so you probably have to go around in the middle of people.
Did you mention Golden Week in the springtime? And that's
No, that's another big
Yeah.
holiday season actually. It's usually like from end of April to early May.
yeah.
And that's another huge holiday season in Japan, so you probably want to avoid it.
Want
Otherwise,
to avoid it.
otherwise,
Believe me.
yeah, there will be tons of huge queues.
There's gonna
and,
be swarms of people. It's crazy.
not only that, everywhere is crowded.
Yeah.
Every price is always higher
Super
as well.
crowded, Yeah, yeah.
So like price-wise and crowd-wise, you probably want to avoid the second week of August, which is called Obon, and Golden Week, which is in the end of April and early May.
What about the Christmas season and the New Year season? Because like in America, for example, you probably wouldn't want to come there around then.
We actually don't have any holidays for Christmas, but we have a nice Christmas here. So I would recommend around Christmas time. It shouldn't be too crowded. But New Year's time, maybe slightly crowded, and things might be expensive. Probably more expensive, but still, there'll be nice time to visit Japan and see what it's like in Japan. New Year's time, I would say it's more Japanesey than usual.
I don't think it's so busy in the New Year's time, so it's actually pretty good. Even though it's a big holiday, it's not going to be so crowded. So I think it's a safe time to come. It's a good time to come.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, anyway, the conclusion is our recommendation is autumn.
And don't come in the summer.
Yeah.
Long story short. Anyway, if you have any other questions about Japan, feel free to leave them down below. We'll try our best to answer those questions. Or you can check out our previous episode over here, or check out our latest episode over there. And as always, thanks for watching this video, everybody. Why don't you leave a comment? Let us know what you think. Thanks.